This video might not be the highest quality, but what I want to focus on is giving you as much valuable information as I can. So today we're going to be focusing on calories. To be specific, how many calories you should be eating if you want to lose weight. And listen, this is the exact method that I use with my clients to get results, like you can see over here. Minus 2.1 kilograms, almost 6 kilograms down, or 4 kilograms over here. All of those were done within 3 months. If you will follow this specific blueprint, you might expect results like this. So let's go to step number 1. We're going to be figuring out your basal metabolic rate. There are two formulas. The one over here is for the ladies and the one at the bottom is for the fellas. So for example, let's say that we are a female, 26 years old, about 65 kilograms and 160 centimeters height, right? So we put all of those numbers over here to this formula. We do our calculations and we get about 1,359 calories. And this is your base. Body needs to basically keep you alive, right? But it doesn't end here. The step number 2 is figuring out your TDEE. And to do that, we'll need your physical activity level. So here you can see a physical activity level chart. We have a bunch of them from 1.2 up to 1.9. In some calculators, it's even 2 or 2.5. All depends on your job, on the type of exercises that you do, the amount of them, your heart rate doing those exercises, plenty of things. But most of us fall into this section, so between 1.4 to 1.5. So let's say that our female from here, from this example, we're going to be using this one throughout the whole video, right? She is about 1.4. So maybe she does like 1 to 2 Pilates workout or maybe like yoga sessions. She's doing about 5 to 6,000 steps a day, not that much. Now we're taking her BMR that you can see over here. We are multiplying that by 1.4 and then we get our TDEE. And this is the amount of calories that you need to maintain your current weight. Now we are ready for step number 3, which is creating caloric deficit, right? So this is the calories that you need to maintain your weight, but we want to lose weight, right? So it's going to be about 300 up to 500 calories less than this base over here. But remember, don't go below your BMR. That's going to be quite dangerous for your health. We don't want to do that. By using the calculation that we did previously, it happens to be around 1.6k calories for our female to lose weight. Then we are moving on to step number 4, which is macronutrients. We have 3 of them: protein, fats, and carbs. When it comes to protein, we want to eat about 1.5 up to 2.5 grams per every kilogram of your body weight. Fat should be about 20 to 30% of your daily calories. And carbs is just whatever is left. So to calculate how much we need of each one of them, we also need to know the calories, right? So 1 gram of protein is about 4 calories, 1 gram of fats is 9 calories, and 1 gram of carbs is also 4 calories. So then we can start our calculations. So as you can see, this is already the caloric deficit. Our female is about 65 kilograms. Right? We want her to eat 2 grams of protein per every kilogram of her body weight. So this will be about 130 grams of protein per day. If we're going to multiply it by 4, then it's going to be 520 calories. When it comes to fat, it's going to be 20% of her diet, right? So 20% of 1.6k calories is going to be 35.6 grams of fats. And now we are calculating carbs. So total daily calories minus fats plus protein, then we get about 760 calories, which is 190 grams of carbs. Okay, so we know the calories, we know the macronutrients, and now we are moving on to step number 5, which is tracking your food and tracking your progress. So the easiest way to track your food is just to use any app of your choice. The most popular one in UK is, of course, MyFitnessPal. So when it comes to tracking your food, remember that you need to weight everything when it's raw or dry, then put it in the app to get the exact calories, and do that with every single product that you use. And please don't forget about sugar, don't forget about milk, olive oil, all of those things count. But tracking calories is not all of that, right? We want to see if the deficit is actually working. So we need to track our progress as well. And there are many tools that you can use. You can use just Docs, you can use Excel or Google Sheets. You can use Note app in your iPhone. And also progress pictures are very, very important. And why it is so important, right? Because the things that we did over here with calculations, those are just calculations. We might have taken the physical activity level that is not exactly perfect for us, and by that we might have got too many calories that we actually need, and the deficit is not the deficit. So if you are tracking your progress, then you can make some adjustments. So there are things that we want to track every day, and there are things that we want to track every week. So when it comes to daily tracking, what do we want to track every single day? Your weight, your sleep quality, steps, water intake, and I would say your general well-being. Are you feeling okay? Are you stressed out? Are there any signs of flu or sickness? Those are the things that we want to track, because all of those things are connected with each other. So let's say you've got about 4 hours of sleep last night and your scale is showing a number that is a little bit higher than usual, maybe like 1 kilogram or even 2 kilograms higher than yesterday. And it's probably not fat, it's probably just water that your body is holding because you didn't get enough sleep. As you can see, they are all connected. That's why only weighing yourself is not the perfect options. We also need your body measurements and your progress pictures. And those are the things we measure weekly or every 2 weeks. Remember to weigh yourself, do the body measurements and progress photos first thing in the morning before you eat or drink anything. And then if we have all of that data, we can make some adjustments. So a healthy weight loss is losing about 1% of your body weight per week, or maybe even less, maybe like 0.5%. So if the process is not going as fast as it should be, your measurements are exactly the same, you cannot see any progress in your photos, and your weight is exactly the same, or is like fluctuating around the same number, and it has been like that for the past 2 weeks, then you know that you need to make some adjustments. Only if you've been counting your calories properly. Because if you're constantly snacking and you're not counting those snacks in, of course you are eating more than you think. So the first thing you want to do is take a look at your tracking app. See if you are actually tracking everything. As I said previously, sugar, olive oil, milk, any snacks and sweets here and there. Right? We want to make sure that we are tracking everything. And if you actually are, but the scale is not moving, we have 2 options. So we either go back to our caloric deficit over here, and we are cutting more calories. We are going from 1.6 to 1.5, maybe 1.4, just not drastically. Or the second option is to add more physical activities. Instead of cutting down your calories, you can add in more cardio. This way, you're burning more calories. Then we track your progress with your new calories or with any change that we just made. And I can promise you that if you will actually use this method, you will see results just like this. The only difference with my clients is that they don't do any calculations at all. I do everything from calculating their calories to figuring out their macros, making diet plans, workout plans, supplementation plans. So they have everything ready and they can just focus on the execution part. And then providing me all of the data that I can track and make any adjustments if needed. But wait a second, I do have a small surprise for you. So for all of you that are watching this video on YouTube, I have something extra for you. It's like a free gift from me. Okay, so to make your tracking a bit easier, I do have a free tracking sheet for you. Go to my Instagram that I'm gonna add over here. DM me the word tracking and I will send it to you completely for free. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.